Hello, this is Manesh Patel with IMTF Trade. In today's workshop, we're going to show you how to find setups, bullish setups, bearish setups, or it doesn't matter. You could scan for both at the same time. This is for any instrument in the world, including US stocks, currencies, futures, UK stocks, European stocks, China, Singapore, India. It does not matter to us. And you'll be able to look for these setups on various different time frames, and it's all for free. Why does it matter? Well, you want to sit there and eliminate the idea of looking at a lot of bad charts. You want to look at things that have good setups, and that's what we're going to do. So first thing you have to do is you have to go to our website here, imtftrade.com. This is our new website here built with AI technology on the back end. Then you have to log in. If you haven't logged in, if you haven't registered, register for free. Do not worry. We do not sell your names off to anyone at all. We are traders. Once you log in, then what you do is you go to products and go to scanner. Okay. Once you go to scanner, it's going to pull up the standard screen that you're going to see here. Now, anyone could do this because remember, it's free. Okay. Now, once you come in here, first thing I like to do is click on reset just to make sure everything's kind of reset and there's no default parameters that's going to interfere with the scan. Second thing I like to do is I go to the general tab and I want to choose the market that I'm interested in. Let's say I'm interested on currencies. I click on the currencies here. If I'm interested in futures, I click on futures. I hold down the control key and I can click multiple different options. So I'm going to choose the currencies, futures, S&P 500. If you scroll down the list, you can see all the markets that we support. It's all the global markets out there. Once you've done that, you could filter also based on price and average volume too. Okay. I typically leave this alone so that you can sit there and scan for various different things out there. Next, you want to choose the time frame. Up here are the time frames that we support. If you're a day trader, we support the 10 and 30. If you're a swing trader, we support 60, 120, 240. If you're a long-term trader, we support daily, weekly, monthly. These are the time frames we support. Reason why is in the institutional world, we did a lot of research on what you call fractal wave trading. These time frames, believe it or not, have high probability of success. And that's one of the reasons why we're doing that. So next I'm going to click on the 60 minute. Let's say I'm going to look for 60-minute setups. So I'm going to click on 60 minutes and then boom. Here's all the instruments here on the 60 minutes right now for all the instrument class I chose. Next, I want to choose the setup. Do I want a bullish setup? Do I want a bearish setup, or does it matter at all? Let's say I want bullish setups only. So I'm going to click on this here. And it gives me 2 pages of information here. This is everything that has a green shaded bullish setup right now on a 60 minute. Okay. Now, what you can do is you could sit there and say, I want to, instead of having 2 pages, I'm just going to increase this as little. And I've bent this to 30 rows. And now I have all my instruments here. And boom, everything here is a bullish setup. Now we got a huge list here. Let's say I want to sit there and filter this out even more. What I can do is I could run a multiple strategies at the same time. So I have a shaded area on a 60 minute, but let's say I want to decrease this list and I also want to make sure that basically I have a shaded area on the daily, which is bullish. So I could click on this here and it shows me one instrument, HSY. So I'm going to go to my charts. And this has a bullish setup on a 60 minute and it also has a bullish setup on the daily. Why does that matter? This is a multiple strategy opportunity here. So if it triggers the breakout dots right here, then what happens is it's going to sit there and try to trigger the breakout dots on the daily too. So this is a multiple strategy scenario here, which also increases your probabilities. Okay. So this is how we're finding high probability setups. We look for shaded areas on our trading time frame, but then if there's a huge list, you could filter it by looking for shaded areas on the higher time frame too. Let's say you're a counter trend trader where you like to sit there and trade pullbacks. Okay, what you can do is look for bullish setup on a 60 minute and then make sure the daily is in a red shaded area, which basically will indicate a pullback type of scenario. So literally with these shaded areas and doing different time frames, you could sit there and search for any type of strategy that you want to and any type of wave pattern. Okay, but either way, Let's just keep this simple for right now. Here is our list of our list of opportunities on a 60-minute here for the US S&P 500 futures and currencies, and you can literally go to each one of these charts and start looking at them and see if there's any opportunities there. And if you remember some of the videos that we look at, if you could sit there and look at these shaded areas and you could determine the probabilities and go from there. So this is a free subscription that you have access to. Everyone has access to. I encourage everyone to sit there and use this because it allows you to sit there and only look for setups that exist for a particular instrument. It's a quick way to scan the entire globe for opportunities out there and look at only things that have setups that are occurring right now. If you guys have any questions, you could email us at info@eiicapital.com. If you like this video, please share it to everyone because we want to sit there and start changing this statistic of 98% retailers not sitting there turning institutional. It's time it changes, and this is how we're going to start it, is by keeping everything simple and finding these setups and then filtering from there. Thank you.